eBay reseller news. You shut your mouth. Me. Now. No. Sorry, Pokes. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to where I'm supposed to be. Hold on. Now. Okay. Now we made it. Oh, we don't have lights on. We got nothing going for us. Except for my big flappy mouth. That's all we got, really, because as you can see from the title, we don't know what we're talking about. But what we really like to see is we like to just come here and check in with everybody and see how their weekend is. Pokey is screeching for, he's just like, oh, he's I'm Mr. Music. Look at me, Pokey. I didn't even plug in my machine. Mama Shah. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're good. Everybody cool? All right. So what I was going to do is go, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. Because that's who Pokey is. And then, but Callie Debs is here. Aloha, Callie Debs. Won't be able to make the live chat today because of family commitments. I hope everyone has a great week. Well, same to you. So do you. Same to you, Callie Debs. Have a great week. It is Monday. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here today on a Monday. You guys came over here from Silver Hair Stacker Show. Then you had some blank spot. And then now you're here. So welcome. I appreciate you coming in and joining us to talk about how eBay is the devil. But how we have turned to apparently we like them. We do business with the devil now. Major Win says, have a great one, Kelly Debs, and aloha to you, Doug and Roe. Aloha, Jen and Paul Rose and Silver Hair Stacker and Dendicor Depot and Josh Galt is here. And Husty's Emporium and Record Crate Aloha. And I see Patricia's here, and I see James is here. And I see Cautiously Optimistic, which is what you should always be in life. Consistently dubious, cautiously optimistic, and forever expecting good things, not bad. Usually getting a big spoonful of dump, but usually if you're expecting good things, you'll see a lot more good things along the way. That's what's important about not surrendering to the cynical. Biff Baffa is here. Aloha, Basket Noodle, Cara Olson, Cornhusker Picker, and Josh the Boater's Cycle Dork. Josh and I met over the weekend at the Poorhouse. And, we talked about nothing. We don't have anything. Plus, her feet hurt because we had to walk there because we didn't have gas money. So. But I will say the state of the eBay weekend this weekend was good. I will tell you that we fully surrendered to the promoting, and we do not do the dynamic. As we stated, we wanted to get something fired up, see if we could. But then I quickly slipped back to dynamic with a capper top of 6.5%. And giving it permission, I felt very powerful and like I was delegating important privileges to the robot to take 1% and giving them the privilege to go up by 1% should they see the need to do so. And I was pleasantly surprised to see that they did not do that every single time. So I'm praising the machine. I'm praising the robot. I'm part of the problem. Thank you. But as far as sales go, we have some. And that's what's important. We've had a better... The last week since we started the breakdown 2 weeks ago, last week we're almost up. So we're only down 30% now, as opposed to 2 weeks ago when we were down 70%. So we have we have gained ground, and hopefully we're starting to. Well, we are, because we were like dead in the water. So we're doing the 1, 2, 3 with the hands above the water, and we were down. And then we had to get like a mermaid, like from Splash, like Daryl Hannah. She had to come down and swim with us for a while, so we didn't just drown. And then now we vaguely remember her being there, and we feel good about life, and still looking for a naked lady walking around New York City. Am I right? Okay. I see Kent Hamilton. Aloha, Kent. And that's all. Just updating you on the people I see. Did anybody say anything cool? Patricia is cleaning metal, currently getting down and dirty with the metal cleaner, and we'll be listening. Make sure you have plenty of ventilation. I don't want to hear a thud in Pennsylvania, and know that you. When we were building our restaurant, that just reminds me of, remember Eric, one of my partners, and he was the partner that brought like a lot of the talent, the music to the. Part of the reason why we were successful for the short period of time we were was because we had the Iceman was his name around town, and he booked out of reggae acts, a lot of them, and was good at it. And anyway, so building out the bar, I would always wear my respirator for everything. I'm very weird about protecting my lungs, but he wasn't so much. And he just put on the like little N95 or something while we were rolling out 4x8 sheets of plywood with roll-on rubber cement, number 44 or 88, whatever it takes. I forget the number, but just real off-gassing rubber cement. And you had to do the plywood, a 4x8 sheet of plywood, and then the back of La Hala matting, or some natural woven matting that we were gluing onto this. So he does we started the project, and like within maybe like 10 minutes, I don't know, I was doing one, he was doing another one, big thud, boom, right on the floor. He's face down, and it's like cobblestone floor. So I'm like, how did he echo off the floor? I think it was because his head was empty. Eric Heiss, my good friend in town, I speak your name. So it's just nice. Are we unprofessional? Is that were you referring to us? You must be, because that's who is around here, these parts. So let me see how. Let me take a gauge of everyone's demeanor today. How's everybody feeling today? I see a lot of thanks, and have good ones, and hellos, and silver hair should go but gonna stay. The classic song, talked about that a lot, in the Clash. I'm not sure it was ever resolved. Should I stay or should I go? I think the answer is, was just a constant moving target. If I go, there will be trouble. If I stay, it will be double. But maybe you like trouble. I don't know. See, we can't answer the question. So thank you, Todd, for being here. Really do appreciate that. And I see Josh Galt coming in with some words, not rivaling the Benny Stratton paragraphs, which, by the way, was the best silly name given to someone. And I just think that still makes me giggle. If we all would have just watched text videos today, we all would know to stop passing over the 1980s Grateful Dead shirts. Why would we have done that? Josh, are you being silly, Josh? Okay. Oh, so you're being silly in the sense that duh. So we were driving just 2 weeks ago, a week ago, and I hadn't watched. Rally Roots did a video that and she said don't do it, and I'm like, wah. And then it was all conflict and no resolution still to this moment. In fact, it's worse right now that I read this. And I said there was a guy going down the street in our town with a beautiful liquid blue Grateful Dead shirt on, and he was pushing multiple shopping cart, massive superstructure of recycling stuff. and it was multiple carts glued together somehow. And I was like, first of all, very resourceful that you have a Death Star of recyclables here. And I saw the shirt, and I'm just like, but wait, we can do that, right? We can just go offer him money for the shirt off his back, right? The shirt off his back. Just a couple days later, Rally Roots did a video saying that's absolutely a valid technique. I didn't need that to say that it was a valid technique. I'm just like, am I the first person to do that? I didn't do it. So the bottom line is, I'm not baller enough currently to be rolling out $100 bill on a shirt. But had I had $100 bill that I felt comfortable lighting on fire, I would have offered the gentleman $100 for the shirt off his back. And I didn't have a replacement shirt. Probably wouldn't have given him mine, although I'd have to think about it. I think that's the moral question. Do you... Right. Well, I'm not going to wear it. I'm not going to put it right on. Do you know the amount of cooties that shirt probably contained? Well, you know how we are. We're uptight about those kind of things. But I think that $100 for a T-shirt, I don't care who it is. They want to take it off and give it to me for the Benjamin. So be it. I'm that kind of guy. I'm that guy that will buy off of an enterprising person who knows that the $100 is going to, the shirt that they get is $10. They don't care. $10. I don't even know why I said that. That's like 10 shirts, right? So they can buy 10 shirts, whatever. Might not even have to pay for them. Might just be, I don't even know if he does drugs or alcohol, but it might be a nice portion of drugs and alcohol for him. And for that, I say, what's Kevin say? Seize the day. No, that's Carl. No, Carl doesn't say seize the day. He says keep it real. Keep it real. There's a lot of sayings for that, but I don't feel like that's supporting anything bad. Okay, so then let's go down here to Husky Zaboria. Aloha to you. Jen, Paul Rose, Record Crate. Oh, we already said hi to everybody. I won't repeat everybody's names, but I just want to say hi to everybody who said hi. I really appreciate that. You are here. Josh Gold saying hi. And then Patricia saying hi to Josh. And then peeking around the corner to see who's here. James says, it's kind of like, it's the lag. Are you doing the lag? Are you doing the peekaboo with the Venetian blinds? Back in the day when my friends used to smoke crack, and I just couldn't. I'm just it's just not my thing. But they would do it, and for some reason I'm like in the same room, and they're going over to the Venetian blinds constantly, and I'd always be like, "You taking another puff of peekaboo?" Because they would go up, and granted, I don't technically totally know if it was crack or what was going on, but anyway, they were weird, and they were going up to and always just going looking outside to see who's there, peekaboo. That was back in the day. Adam Voorhees, you know who you are. Adam Voorhees. Hello to Cautiously Optimistic. Great name. Josh says, Gina. Wait, Gina? Wait, that's Gina. No. Hi, it's Gina. Wait, how did I not even read that? Apparently, sorry, Gina. You changed your name. Wait, hold on, everybody. This is a news show. And I realized that you read that to me the first time I said that. And then I said other things. But it's only now that I'm meshing knowledge with words on Reseller eBay News Now. No, Rebay eSeller News Now. Thank you. And aloha, Gina, to you. Welcome to the show with a name that's cool that now I have to remember. We have like a book of all the names, and I can't remember everybody's names, and I'm like, I can't just guess. So we have to get like a nice cheat sheet up properly laminated cheat sheet. But Gina is here. Dentacor Depot is here. And that, like, right there, Dentacor Depot. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's Matt. But what if I'm wrong? I have a lot of anxiety over getting people's names wrong. I'd rather just call them the name that I know that they are. But in this case, I won. Thank you. And in some cases, people don't want to be called by their names. I happen to know Biff Baffo's name, but I will not say that it's Hank. I mean, whoops. It's not Hank. Jen, I remember Jen, saying hi to Adam, who must be Husty's Emporium. Right? Can we... We're making that assumption. The B Nudes is here. Greetings. I farted. He offered that to us. Some people say TMI. I say good on you. I say good on you. Good on you. Such a slightly aggravating thing. People like my mom hates no brainer. You know, people just like don't like a saying. And good on you for me is something I say when I'm like, good on you for, you know, a doy or something like that. It's a passive aggressive microaggression from me. That's how I do it. Carla Olson's here. Carla has a tiny little shirt and 8 pokey heads. And you guys, sorry, last week I took a week off of doing members only because that we just need the time to get, and we're doing really well right now. Jen was, I'm sorry. I didn't know that we weren't going to do it, and it's not the intention. We're like, okay, we just need to have the time. And then we also canceled our Friday show, and we took that time, and we used the time to get our brains and our stuff together, and we utilized it. So this week, there'll be multiple member streams. We'll do a couple of them to make up for that, and also it's sort of what I had in mind to begin with the member streams. So we'll see what that looks like this week. So expect a couple of cool things this week. Hopefully they're cool. Let us see. Patricia, like I said earlier, is cleaning metals. We didn't want her to fall down. Then I led into a story. Now we're where we are now. Josh is there. Now the chat jumped. Oh my gosh, there's a greenie. There's a greenie. Made you week with member for 3 months and DEFCON 1. Let's get fired up this week. Let's break through the eBay challenges. Good job. Thank you. Thank you for handling the latent chat. Or would that be the right term? Like the chat I haven't gotten to yet that's sitting there awaiting me to get to it, and you're managing it. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then, you all said stuff. I just don't want to miss anybody. Cautiously optimistic does hit my eyeballs like curiosity couple. Josh said curious couple. Curiosity Incorporated. Curious Collection. So I have to be careful when I see that. And at this point, when I look up here, sweetie, I can't even, my prescription's so bad too that I'm just mostly see blurry, and sometimes it just automatically italicizes. It's not, I don't think it's happening in real life. Just the text goes all italics on me. I did say hi in the Romper Stomper version, but I was trying to go back and actually read the actual hello comments, but we can't have it all, I guess. Well, Record Creator is saying hi to James. I've been watching your unboxing videos of the vinyls. So many questions. I wonder what those are. I also watched them in a dreamy state that we were like taking naps yesterday in the sun, which is nice. It was such a gorgeous weekend. Major Win says, hey all, great to see you. Record Create. We're planning to do an unboxing video. Yes, where's that unboxing video? I can't wait to see that too. When's it coming out? Hopefully soon. Yay. Major Win is going to do an unboxing video of an item that Porky Pants back there and I sent, and others, yes. And also Record Crate and what was the other? And James, great reseller. Now I wish I'd put a glitter bomb in there though. I got to keep that in mind. Full glitter bomb, glitter glue bomb. Okay, Axe Monkey. Oh. So one of our viewers is like a awesome third item bot. Not that anyone should get in a competition, although I think it's probably super healthy for you all to get in a competition and see who can buy more of our stuff than anybody else. But at this point, it is Axe Monkey, so we very much appreciate that. Very much notice that. As soon as we catch on, we notice it at least. And so thank you very much. Appreciate it, even though you're not here. Major Win's cool too, though. Right? Right, sweetie? Is it okay for me to like Major Win still? Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you. She's really cracking the whip this week, so. Whew. Doodly doot. Oops, let's use this. No, don't use that one. I see. Exhaust hood is on. Oh, good, Patricia. I'm glad you're not going to get fumed. Give some love to Carl right now. He's under the weather. Oh my gosh, that's right. Aloha, Carl. Possibly has the bad thing. He's got the bad thing in the bad place and is definitely not feeling well. And hopefully you feel better soon. Not yet. Let's see. I'm getting. Oh, there's Curious. Speak of the devils. We have a lot of devil imagery in our thing. Curious Collection. We were watching Aloha first of all. 6x6. Aloha, you guys. And Aloha, Miss Merritt. So Will and Cinnamon, practicing my names. I'm pretty sure I have that right. Will and Cinnamon were talking last week, and we like to glean little pieces of information we can, like, ooh, what are they all about? What's the stuff they're not sharing? What's the context? I like to read between the lines, you know what I'm saying? But they let out a little thing, and I'm like, is this true? And I was kind of like, it's totally true. Will is saying that one of the cool things about doing your business when you're a reseller is, and to a certain extent, you can do certain activities not at home. You can take it on the road. And he's like, you can take it. We've done it. I've done eBay work on a laptop on the beach. I've done it somewhere else. I've done it at a Renaissance fair. And I'm like, yes. You guys are at the Renaissance fair. I mean, I don't know if you're taking the mushrooms like everybody else at the Renaissance fair, but I can imagine I can imagine Cinnamon in a beautiful like old dress, like a dress, like a frock, gowny frock thing. And then Will, I don't know if he owns his own chainmail armor or not, but I can see him having a turkey leg and commanding some court at the Renaissance Festival while he's doing eBay. Am I right? This is a section of the show we call Am I right? The answer usually is no. But 70% of the time, I can be like on the right track. I think that's fair to say. Thank you. Bearded Picker, a man of few words. He left one of them. Word up to you too, my friend. A Biff Boffo mod, June 2024 over June 2023 is 50% up so far. Selling items that were there the entire time. It happens to be happening to us too. We're having some good luck with with some deep cut items. Also selling some of the stuff that we bought in the past few weeks too, including the TV VCR combo that went for one of the $3 ones that we got went for $160. We are unfortunately paying that promoted listing fee of 6.5%, but it's not hurting. It's like $10 on something like that, maybe a little more, I forget. But all in all, it's nothing bad not feeling bad about it. So that's the deal that we've made. We're no longer doing the thing that we did forever, which is the nuclear reset on a daily basis. We're doing it weekly and promoted listings at 6.5 dynamic. It seems to be, the traction it seemed like it didn't want to catch for a second. And then all of a sudden it kind of, maybe this weekend really does seem like it's catching, and it sold a couple of older, higher priced items, which I'm liking. We are not over the hurdle by any means. And at this point, without looking, I'm just trying to calculate. I mean, just to be normal for this month. So this last week was good, but the first week of the month was not good. So for June to catch up, it's going to take a while. But when you're just looking at your basic overview, it's saying that we're only 30% to catch up to the last crappy stat. That's why percentages really don't mean anything to me. We used to be 70% down. Now we're 30%. But the numbers, that's not how math works, is it? No. So we're not doing that. Okay, let's go down. Paul Rose hashtagged everything, and page views have gone up from 83 to 183%, but sales are unchanged. And that's what it's, at some point that's what it's going to be. I am still putting in, I actually didn't even talk to you about this, sweetie, but this weekend I just put in like a dozen of our titles into Google, and they all came up as the first thing. But the full title. Right. Like not just a partial title. Yeah. That specific combination of words, of course. So I guess it works. If somebody is typing in those 10 words the same exact way. They would have to be doing that, true. Den Decor Depot says, my demeanor is okay. Volume decent for the weekend. Sourced with little positioning to set to be a camping with the scouts for the week of the 4th of July. That sounds like awesome fun. Has anybody invented like an actual thing that keeps insects away? Like a DEET sort of like a gyro pack? What are they called? Like a sort of a Mylar suit that sort of has like a impermeable layer of DEET on it, because I can't keep them away. Even DEETed, they still like me. I don't know what that means. I'm not toxic. It reminds me of Britney Spears for some reason. I love liquid blue dead teas, Record Crate says. Me too. I had a whole bunch, and we sold them over the pandemic, probably 5 or 6 of them, and they were well over $200 a piece. I don't know if they should have been more, perhaps, but I don't think we were in tune with the fact that T-shirts, liquid blue shirts, sell for a lot. So I think we were asking enough for them, but who knows at this point. 2 of them were from the last 2 years before Jerry died, 93 and 4, maybe, were the first years that the Dead ever came to Vermont, which was the first year I moved here. So they actually followed me here. Thank you. Appreciate that. And those shirts were liquid blue from Vermont. They sold for the most, I think. Like one had a mountain bike on it. It was like, oh yeah, try to think of something they do in Vermont. I think one was a scarecrow on a mountain bike or something. I'll try to get down to the bottom because there's the $1.99 T-shirt, buddy. Go get them all those. We got a big fat bluey from Major Win. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I just feel I'm so far out, right? And Josh Galt did the lag face. Boop boop doo. I'm just going down here. I'm Adam. Record Crate is Adam. Boop. 1 Adam 12. 1 Adam 12. Let's see. I shall write that down and put it on the list to be forgotten and asked again. Oh, okay. Thank you. Good. Patricia's Mike. So if you could put that down next to Patricia. Patricia is Mike. The Gadot Project. Aloha. Mike Gerties. Aloha to you too. Mama Kronk One time I accidentally smoked crack. It's a risk you take in the big city. And I think that's the problem with crack. You could just be walking down the street and all of a sudden you're smoking it. And I don't think you even know you're doing it. So that's why crack is bad. Crack is whack, as they say. Boom. Okay, I think I will gain something here. Jovial Juggler, aloha. Trying to adult today. So far, not very successful. Yeah, you know, that brings a very good point. And Jovial Juggler's name, please. And I've gotten confused a couple times. I think it's Anissa, but Baubles, Blings, and Things is Anissa. I don't know. I could be walking on shallow ground ice. Crack ice. No words from you. You're not helping me. You're leaving me here. You're leaving my cheese out in the wind. That's what you're saying. Okay, we're gonna figure that out though, and permanently put it together. Because I've had it right before, but then I got it confused, and that's what happens a lot. Yes, Josh is pulling a lag. And then there's Adam. Okay, so Biff says, Hank was my grandfather. Hank's a good old-fashioned name. That's one of the good ones. Husty's Emporium is Gary. Hopefully that's legit. Is that legit? But we'll have to... There's a lot of false names going around here. So
wait, so what's Jovial?
Jovial has not come in with the verification email yet. We require 3 forms of ID and auto payment. Yes. Ka-ching! You're welcome. Silver Hair Stacker. Oh, here's a good one from Motorcycle Dork. After 3 consecutive days of 0 sales, I've decided to start a band to make a living. I'm going to name it 3 blank days. Very good. Yes. Kent is Fabio. Maybe you could write that down too, please. I know one of the Kents. If it's not Kent Hamilton or Kent Daigle, one of the Kents is not a Kent. But I'm not sure which Kent is not a Kent. If you say Kent a whole bunch of times and you just keep saying Kent, it feels like you could stumble into a bad area. Let's see. Record Crate. How are members only notified about members only streams? They should pop up if you have your subscription, if you have your bell notifications on for all things, it'll pop up. It'll tell you. But if you do custom belling, you won't see, because I don't put up the like a thumbnail for the members' lives. It's not up there except for a few minutes before I'm live. So as long as you have that on, it will notify you. And then, because some people want to go to bed at some point, I try to do it, before 1. And then if I do another 5-hour one, well, that's just did a 5-hour one, because those tend to go. It's funny how those can go a lot longer. There's not as much detail. I don't have to read as much, so I'm not as sidetracked, and I can actually answer questions or also be part of the conversation more than just a reading, just a parrot. I'm kind of parrot. I'm kind of a parrot. Let's see. Motorcycle Dog is saying maybe we can make enough to pay the bills. That'd be sweet. I wouldn't even tell you. No, I'm not going to be that TMI. But as far as having a cushion, the last year has pretty much eaten away our cushion. So, yeah, we were good resellers a year ago, dealing with last year's nonsense for a year. But we weren't good because we didn't really pivot or do a whole bunch of wholesale changes until much more recently. So that's just the way it is, because it pushed our hand. And then here we are with look how big my hands are now. After eBay pushed our hands, sweetie, look how big my hands are. See that? They're way bigger than my head.
Can you get to comments or some good stuff?
Okay. Get to comments. Good stuff. Good stuff, she says. Paul Rose is saying his eyes are getting bad because of oldness, and that's what happens. Biff Boffo wants unboxing news. Unboxing news now. Ken says, but people say I look like Steve Buscemi's identical twin brother. What? Steve and what? Seymour Buscemi. Pencil me in to play the recorder, and Patricia's going to play cowbell in the band. We all will play cowbell. I'm playing the triangle. See, that's like one of my things in life is always like kind of get tight with everybody and then do like something nobody else will do just to be the person doing that. So in the world, in a room full of cowbells, I'll play the triangle. That's me. Knock, knock, knocking on Jamie's door. Whoa. That is hilarious. Let's see. Bearded Picker, shipping while listening. Today is auction day. I have to book a video tonight. I have a book video tonight and way behind on FBA. Well, I assume that means, well, Bearded, I mean, you're sending them to FBA, obviously. Because FBA, by its nature, is fulfilled by them. So you have to fulfill your fulfillment. I got that. That sounds like you got a case of the Monday. Basket Doodle, now on for some real news. The Shop Safe Act is going to Congress. I was told by my ex-politic... I'm trying to think of a partner, but polita partner. Last Saturday. Okay, well, yeah, it's going to... I don't know. I really feel disconnected from governmental things currently. Not from any lack of not trying, because I am not trying to be involved in stuff, but even stuff that might be to my own benefit is very difficult to concentrate on when your whole scene is decrepit. Not the people, just the deal. Not trying to get caught up and figure out what exactly is happening all the time is annoying and doesn't leave a lot of time for other things like stuff. Busy as a bee beard. Just to be normal. Now, Primo, you could never be normal. So boring. I don't think I could be totally normal. I mean, normal is just a word. But to feel normal or to feel sort of like you're in, I don't even remember what that's referring to. But generally, normal has been one of those, those key words my whole life. What is normal? You can't be normal. You don't want to be normal. Well, normal is just a state of feeling like you're sort of in control of yourself, really. So, what happened?
I'm just reading the article. It's just
about what?
The American.
Oh, don't read the depressing. Don't read that where it's.
They even have the Halloween and Costume Association on board.
Well, it's gonna be a nightmare. But here's the thing. Yes, they're all going to be there. At this point, though, the determination amongst the smart people out there is that, and there's always the slippery slope argument can apply to anything. But at this point, it's not about new goods. It's about new goods, not about used goods. So is it a wedge into the door to now control used goods too? Sure. But good luck trying to do that. And that's going to be a while till they get there. So, I'm smart. I said words. Okay, I'm going to scroll down because now I'm starting to think about that. I don't want to think about that. Don't make me think about that. Boo, 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 boo. Basket Noodles wants everybody to live in terror, fear. It's very important. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I'm not your man. Running to my half an hour work meeting. Catch up to you afterwards. Aloha, bye. Yes, we're studying here. Ivermectin is in the house. Big fan. After 3 years consistently selling on eBay, I had an argument with them on the phone. I'm not sure who you were arguing with, but I doubt it was eBay. Because you can't really talk to eBay in the house. Took away my autopsy and only 2 views. Wait, took away my autopsy and only 2 views in 8 months. Auto payment, thank you. Because that's totally different. A big difference there. Auto payment from the so was it about the subject that you were having the conversation about that got your auto payment removed? Or do you think it was punitive? Is that what you're saying? Jovial is fine with me. Jovial Juggler says that. Some people like to be called by their names. Like me, Primo. I like to be called. My name is James, but you don't have to call me James. You can call me Primo because I've been Primo for like 25 years as a nickname. So I go by it. Amy's here too. Sorry, Amy. I missed you right there above ivermectin. That name just rolls right off the tongue. It's like, it seems like familiar to me, right?
The Guido project?
No, I haven't gotten there yet, I don't think.
Yeah, it's up.
Oh, the Guido project?
Yeah, cleaning purses, first time catching alive.
Aloha. I did say hello, but let's aloha the Guido project again because you can't have too many.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
I said the Gal Gadot project, remember? And then I was like, well, I shouldn't say that because that's Wonder Woman. But now I just said it. Because I like to just jump from one word to the next. Major win running to, I already read that one because I had to scroll up. Oh, cha-ching, Silverhead Picker. Got 2 cha-chings, or it's the same cha-ching twice. Doesn't matter. Okay, gotta get up. Gotta get down, girl. Okay, gotta get up. My auction wins and then finish reading the book. Okay, have a good afternoon, Silverhead Picker. John is here.
Flipping ain't easy.
Now we run around the house every time there's an issue with anything. Like, oops, I just stubbed my toe, and we're like, and that's another reason why flipping ain't easy. It's just hilarious. Now we just say that about everything. Mike says, just got a return from a buyer who bought the same item twice, then reported one to the bank as not recognized purchase. eBay let them keep the refunds, and I got my $100 item back. That is a first. That's their new kind of a thing happening. Well, it's just a new thing with them being more generous with the returns thing. Like, that might be now, as we all remember, the next comment down is from Josh. My store has gone from a business to a museum. Josh, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying yay for you and saying that, but I'm not. I should. There we go. Sorry. What I was saying first, Mike, is about how Josh got sort of, I don't know, swung the doors open to this new thing or exposed it, however you want to label it, whatever. But to this thing to try to keep the sales, that they would implement this thing. And I'm wondering if your experience is the opposite. Well, the other way that they're dealing with it. So they're giving the person the deal, taking the money out of eBay's pocket, giving you your money back, which is, I mean, if you're going to run that crap just to keep your GMV up or just to keep your whatever, your numbers up, if that's why they're doing it, then you take it out of your pocket. You pay that difference, not the seller. So it's possible that I'm relating these two things and they have nothing to do with each other. But at the same time, it's possible that this is their fix for what they were trying to do to Josh. Lag is peekabooing. We never know what that's about, but it could be about everything. And Biff. So Biff, could you remind me? Did you get hit in April? Because I didn't get hit until after June. So June last year, again, I've said it a million times. My best non-Q4 numbers in recent memory. So way back in time, I had a really awesome year at the beginning of eBay, but that was selling arcade games and stuff. So I don't even count that. I'm just talking about selling stuff. And last June was our biggest non-Q4 month ever. So we lasted all the way. And so that's why I thought for sure, at least this year, because we had a good March and April, that it would carry out maybe to summer slowdown, which shouldn't be happening yet, but is. And, and Josh is having our store is, we're down. We're down. What we're selling right now is, again, Apple stuff, which is just high sell-through rate. We sold like mini 13-inch TV VCR combos. Those are the high ones. Do I even have that open right here so I can just look? Some other stuff. I don't even know what I sold. But it's been picking up with some higher selling numbers. Oh, a AFX card that's been up for a really long time that was expensive. What did we just ship? Oh my gosh. I got to ship. So these we've been selling for 100 million years. So back to the Jurassic period, and when we sat there with sharpened stones and we whittled these on our front cave porch. Look how big this fork is. Primo hungry, Brontosaurus burger. So we've had those in our store for 10 years. I mean, like before we even have the store that I don't even know if they weren't consistently listed, but we've been trying to list them forever. And they finally sold after this weekend. I strategically went through, because what we're doing is just going through each and every item. We now have 3 stores. They have the boutique store, the regular store, and the media store. Everything using InkFrog which is a pain in the ass, but it did work. Just figuring out how not to duplicate your listings and stuff. Everything is smushed around to the right locations. The final push is to make sure and go through and double check the stores. Everything's right in the right stores, but make sure, there's no doubles. Nothing's been duplicated in any of the stores, but to make sure the right things are in the right stores, the final push. And then we get rid of InkFrog because I don't think I think it's valuable for what I used it for, and I'm not sure it's good for anything else, but some people might have a different experience. And there's learning curves with all these softwares. I'm finding that just there's a learning curve. Am I right? Thank you. They say chivalry is not dead, and Biff comes in. Linda Carter will always be Wonder Woman. Biff, remember the one where, remember the episode with metal fatigue on the roller coaster? Man, she saved us all. In the thing, we were in San Pedro when that episode, probably not the episode didn't come out, but it was on rerun or something. And we were in San Pedro going to Universal Studios, and I think, Magic Mountain. And I think that the roller coaster that they were had in that episode was at one of the parks we were at. And I was scared because I thought there was metal fatigue. Somebody created a metal fatigue little box to make roller coasters fall apart. Okay, so if I were to go back up here and then go down here and read some more words. Knocking on Jamie's door. Ivermectin the third. Okay, here's that. And museums don't pay staff well either, Patricia says. That's true. And Josh JG, this is one. Oh, Big Dre, aloha. I'm going to tell you that Patricia, I love museums. I love big buildings. I love marble, and I love air conditioning, and I love all the things that museums are. And the stuff that's in them's cool too. But I do love museums. And they have a smell to them. So usually they have like a smell to them that's like a little bit like the wood that the displays are made out of, lacquer on the wood and stuff. It's pretty cool. I wanted to say to Josh that our last video, I don't even know if it's up right now. So I went to go look for it today, and I'm like, where is it? I don't even know. But the pricing. And this is just something I've notated. It's something any good reseller will tell you, but the frequency in which it needs to be done is, I don't think anyone's really making it that obvious, because a lot of resellers are going out and buying something and listing it. If you're listing old stuff, or if you have lots of stuff in your store from the olden days, there is something very probably rational and obvious. And I was in economics 101 with macro and microeconomics, where you're just finding out the basics. And it seems like it sort of fits into this, where the prices of our items are the dictator of whether or not they're going to sell, as opposed to anything else currently. And I think that, and of course, it's supply and demand. The basics of commerce are happening right now that just eBay always seemed to be pretty isolated from, or sheltered from, or at least we were. I never really had to think about that, going, oh, how many are out there, STR, all this stuff. Part of it is the algorithm that they've implemented, but I really think I've had to take a hard look at prices, not just whether or not my price could absorb an offer being sent out, but whether or not the price was revolting to a buyer. It was too high to begin with. And I believe there are just psychological limits to what people in the 99-cent thing versus the 49-cent thing. I mean, yes, those things are real. Does your logo, is it black and yellow or red and yellow? Those are the most eye-popping colors for marketing. Using limited marketing basis and everything. But when it comes to money, when it comes to money, like you say, this current environment is highly sensitive to your asking price. There's the spoon. That's what we cooked all our crack in, the giant spoon. So, I don't know why it's like crack, because we watched that stupid movie with that you love. You love that movie with the
It's like a witch spoon.
with the it's the where they're stockbrokers. Yeah. Anyway, it's a witch spoon, a cauldron. But this gets the chunk. This is for the chunk. If you order your witch's brew chunky, like stew, you use the fork. And that gets you a big iron newt. Get those, break up the iron newt balls. They like to stick together. What was I saying? Oh, I was just saying prices. It's not your stuff, it's your prices. But no, I think that's really a fair assessment. I know it is. Because we've never been like our stuff is bad. Never. Because our stuff isn't bad. But boy, have those prices changed. And boy, did those prices change quickly. And boy, did those prices change. They vacillate. They make big swings over weeks. That's what I've been noticing, putting my eyes on it. I know Josh doesn't want to, because first of all, that's a big time suck. So the time that I'm not doing a nuclear reset every day, I'm using to spot check my prices to make sure that they are right. Just to make sure that they're right. I mean, looking at not even using Terapeak at all, using just the eBay search for the last 90 days and just seeing if I'm on point there, because that's what buyers are looking at. Anyway, I know I've focused on that, but I think that's the only thing. I'm not sure that the 6.5% we're giving for PL is doing anything more than flipping the switch on for PL. Our prices still need to be attractive in this environment. I mean, like they have to be like boing, chauga. You know what I'm saying? People are like chauga on my prices. So Biff and Patricia are having museum talk. The docent pay is not good. Probably not. That's why some jobs are for people who are on Social Security, so they don't have to make as much. I'm pretty sure that's true. I keep trying to get my mom to go. Are you sleeping?
No, I'm reading.
Oh, good. My mom to get to go over to Snoopy, because she lives like 4 blocks away from Charles Schultz skating rink, Snoopy library or whatever, and I can't get her to go over there. She just won't do it. But maybe if they gave her a few bucks, she might go over there. Talk Snoopy all day long. Can anyone in the chat explain what normal feels like? No. Normal feels like not normal. Normal can be anything. If you're like Dexter, right? And you're like running around murdering people, with your plastic and everything, you're like, yeah, this is normal for me. It's your normal. All depends. All depends. Thank you. Dragoo, aloha. Dragoo showed up at the poorhouse. And there were so many people there, you must have missed. It was packed. They stopped letting people in to the poorhouse. So everybody had to stand around outside and wait for people to leave. Yes. Let's see. You sold the big fork on eBay. Yes, the fork went to it went to the West Coast, Oregon, I think. The big forky spoonie. I call them the forky spoonie. Everybody had them way back in the olden days. And we've had so many different ones. And so our keeper forky spoonie is way bigger than this and is actually Whitco, the brand Whitco. So our permanent collection forky spoonie is Whitco. But we have these, which are, these are Mexican, that carved in Mexico. And these are actually nice ones. They make shorter, different ones that are not as smooth and nicely done. These are actually pretty nice ones. Go for under $50, but $17.50 shipping. So whatever that is. Let's see. $67.50. Am I right? Thank you. Back pat. Sweetie, back pat. I need that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now that's normal. Now that's what I call normal. Josharoo says my big 70% month-over-month drops were April 2023, January 2024, June 2024. All 70% plus collapse months. Yeah, and it does show up that way. I mean, you're more in tune with I know not to feel the numbers, not to feel them, to see them, to react to them, to do things, based on them. But I try not to be responsive to them because 70 seems like so much. It seems like more than half. But the amount of work it took to get down to 30 wasn't like 40% of my business worth of work. And that's why I can't conceivably understand. Just stop. I have to stop myself. I can't handle too many numbers. I just like to look at the numbers going into my big fat wallet, which right now is like a bat flies out and there's like cobwebs, little dust and a ghost. Little like a $sign ghost. Kind of looks like Richie Rich or Casper, but it's a $sign and it's a ghost. It mixes them together. Major Win is back. It is Sweetie, can you get me a Manhattan and a Mai Tai? Stuff it all inside a pineapple, if you would. Thanks. Oh, you're not taking orders? Oh. Dang. And I have a whole nother hour to go. Oh, dear. What else can I say? Major Win is back. Landshard Pickers here. Good afternoon. Lag is up. Lag is up 25% year to date. I think Spam ran away because she's so concerned with the Are you scared because of Basket Noodle?
No.
Oh, you just went to go get our things. The show and tell.
The show Record Crate was asking.
Show and tell. Okay, so here's these. So these are the ones we sold. Now, the ones that we're showing you right now, probably we wouldn't sell them for less than, I don't know, $300-400. But, oops. So these are Whitco Forky Spoony with beautiful tiki head things on them. Whitco, yay.
But yes,
Cool, thank you, sweetie. Appreciate that. So those are the ones that we're keeping forever and ever and ever and ever. Lag up 25. What's my year over year? So lag's up 25. I mean, mine's got so bad. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look. Sales. So it's real easy to do. You just go this year compared to the same period last year. I am down 42.4% year over year. So that's when. So Josh, when you say 70%, I think you said that's a month over month drops, right? Yes. But if you look at my month over June over May, let's look at that. That might even say we're doing better. I don't think so. Yeah, up 35% over last month. So, no, I don't do numbers. Just stop. I don't want to look at that. It does. We're not up 35 anything. That's the difference between 70 and 40. That's all. Sweetie, we're up 35%. You know what that means? Biff? Everybody? Chat?
we're up.
Yeah, 35% month over month compared to last month. That means we're going to Costco, everybody. That's right. It's Costco tomorrow. Maybe we'll do we have to buy like water and toilet paper. We can finally afford it. Yes. Will we have enough for the meats, though? That's the big question. You'll have to stay tuned until tomorrow. See if we get the meats. But the dog can't go to Costco, so it's kind of a sad thing, too, unfortunately. And you have to sit and watch dogs trapped in the car while I go in. And she used to report them. She has called the police on people. This was in the before times when you could just be like, the police responded to something like that. I'm going to have some water. Look, I opened it so you know it's not vodka. Who was the comedian that we saw and then we found out after he died? Who's the best comedian ever?
Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah, Mitch Hedberg. You're right, but not him. The old guy who was in Bill and Ted. Come on. You're embarrassing Biff right now. Kubla Khan. My brain went completely zeroed out. No. We sold the first set and the second set we're keeping forever. Unless you make us a really good. The Whitco set we're keeping, but everything's for sale. George Carlin. So George Carlin, thank you very much. Appreciate that. George Carlin comes up on stage and he's got 2 pint glasses on a stool. 2 pint glasses. One's vodka, one's water. That's the truth. True story. Okay. Now I see words. Robert 292 is here. Robert 292, I'm scrolling down. Let's get you in on here. Robert 292, aloha. Welcome to the show. Mighty nice folks you got there. Well, thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the chat. Paul Rose says Genghis Khan. He was pretty ill. Okay, wait. I'm trying to pop up and see if I can still staying sort of. Mike Seller is in the doctor's room. 2 pokies up. Aloha. Well, I said hi to you already, but I'm just reading that Biff says, people talk about high STR, but acknowledge STR as a function of price. You can convert anything if it's up 1 penny, of course. And the other thing that Biff Boffo and James should just be like, I speak your name day in, day out. Josh, too. And that's why, some changes, implementation of changes must be made from time to time. But the thing to save you on eBay always has been, and as far as I can tell, still is volume. So, at the beginning of the pandemic, we'd never had a store with more than 360 items in it, I don't think. Now we have stores that, we're pushing 2,000, sometimes 20, I don't even know. How much is the most we've ever had? 2,400. The truth is that's not enough. The truth is that we need to have 10,000 items on there, even if it means a lot of work that won't, well, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that won't come back. It just means that your prices have to be right. So now let's say that you're listing items at a reasonable price. They start to sell, but you can't, how do you get up to 10,000 if your items are so reasonably priced they sell? Well, all of a sudden you've got a business, but can you buy those items again? Then you have to jack up the price a little bit so they don't sell so fast because they're not replaceable items. This is the deal. This is the deal. Thank you. Very important words, never spoken before or again. Sometimes prices are too high for the moment is what I'm saying. And the only thing that can save you is that. And Biff has, I know Biff is doing low sell-through rate, low average sale price items. That is a viable business on eBay and still is. And you just, when you see somebody is doing that, the only difference is that they're going to make at least twice as much as they keep. Probably more than that, most likely. But if you're selling $2,000, well, if you're selling $2,000, then you're in great shape. But if you're selling, like we want to make $250 a day, and that's like just the beginning. Really, you want around 300, anywhere between 250 and 500. So I think we would be way topped out at 500, being able to ship enough items, being able to keep up with shipping at 500 a day, given $25 items, because that's like, let's see, 500, and then there's 4 25s and 100 times 5. No, we can handle $20 a day. But a day, both replenishing and shipping out, maintaining that much at $25 an item, 500 a day. That's max. What's my point? I don't know. Need more items. That's my point. So Josh is at the items place. James is at the items place. Biff is at the items place. Biff and James are pretty much walking off every day with money sales. Those of us who are, I don't know if this is true, but it is true for our thing. For sitting on our prices, the only way that I'm getting things to move is to lower my prices. So there. But anybody can make a program that can, like, I think, doesn't Amazon have repricers that are checking Amazon? But what about checking eBay? Can we get that? Somebody might have even asked for that, but like, can we get that? Because if we could keep, what just happened? We just had a brownout. I just had a brownout in my pants. Did you guys see that? Did the lights go out? Anyway, the point is, if I don't sell anything, then we don't go to Costco. What's that? My door is blue, Lag says. I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna go by there. Let's see. Would only say that in May 2024, my sales were the best I've ever had. June 2024, possibly the worst. Can't see prices fluctuating a day or two. I can't see price fluctuating over a day or two as the month turns over. I don't. I'm just going by again using the force a little bit on my whole on the price theory. It's the only piece of the equation that we have control over. So, it's certainly not giving 13.5% promoted listings doesn't do anything different than 6.5. That was pretty obvious. I noticed that immediately. Basket Noodle is supporting people getting involved. I mean, of course. If you have the time and effort, then please. But the real drama in the bill is us. I mean, we're the people, our families, our friends and stuff. We're the ones who need to talk to Congress so that they know that this is not good for us. But at the same time, it's not good. The first step is not good. Right. The first step is not bad for us. It's just the slippery slope theory that every time you allow something to be tacked on or added on or make a loophole, it's going to be exploited at some point. And that is often the truth, but not always. So I guess you can't, in this case, it probably is, but I don't see big corporations taking over the used product. The problem is it's a smart business. It's something I've done for my whole life. What is this? So telling businesses that they have assets or assets, doesn't matter what the assets are, digital assets, can we print stuff and sell it for you? Done that. Can we take some of your old equipment that's just sitting around because now it's vintage? Can we do that? Done that. Going to businesses and, helping them realize unrealized potential profit things is something that businesses do. And the longer enshittification, the longer businesses exist, the more they have to enshittify. The more they have to search out ways to shave off another dime, another nickel. And one way they're doing that currently is by eBay is charging $2. So you read that, right? So the number is, I think, $132. So now eBay is simplifying their payout. So if you do instant payout on eBay, it's going to be $2 instead of 1.5%, 25 cent minimum, 15% maximum. They're simplifying it and making it better for us. No, they're making it better for them. By making it $2. So now, if you do it for under $132, they're making money. Guess where most of those instant payout fees come from? People who don't have any money, like us, like we bums. We're the bums. We're the bums. We've definitely transferred $28. We've transferred.
They're hoping that people will keep their money in longer now.
Look, there's a lot of reasons why banks do stuff, but eBay wants to be a bank. eBay wants to leave your money. They want to make interest on the float, sure. But the big take from this is not, I don't know. You tell me, Biff Noodle, Basket Boffo, you tell me if you're going to make more money off of deadbeats who aren't making enough on eBay and have to do instant transfers like us, who are sending under $138 sometimes. If we don't wait, we do wait, but let's say we can't. I imagine there's a lot more people who can't wait. It's only a day though, people. You can wait for one day.
eBay is starting to allow Venmo.
And that's great. Who wants to? How does that matter?
Because they say millennials and Gen Z.
They love Venmo, but Venmo doesn't report your taxes. So if you make sales on Venmo on Marketplace, if anybody were to do that and forget that they made the sales, it would be okay. Now it's not going to be. Now it's going to be all reported and everything's going to be messed up. And then now, but that's not the point. The point is that I think they're going to make way more money charging $2 to people than they would have made, because if you let's say you have $600 sitting in there. Maybe you didn't I doubt you made $600. $1,000. Did you make that $1,000 in one day and you want to port it over and pay the $15 maximum. No, you're doing okay. You can wait till the next day, 0 payment to transfer it. They're going to make, as most businesses do, figure out a way to make money on the backs of the most vulnerable, smallest people with the least amount of money. That's where you grab that money from us, because we're poor. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I think everyone knows that, though. Everybody knows the best way to make money for businesses is to gouge the poorest people. That's where all the money comes from. The more money you have, the less you need it. You don't even need it. Hi, Craig. I can't help but hear Friday, the show. Hey, Craig. When you just said that record, Craig.
Jeff is here. Hey,
Hey, folks, Jeff is here.
Hi, Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
Welcome, Jeff. Jeff has been scheduled to be on Wednesday's show for like 5 weeks, but then always has something come up. He's a very busy guy, very busy. He's going to be on Wednesday, right? Right. Okay, we have some conversation. I'm going to try to jump down a little bit so I can get in on what looks to be a conversation. Did Whitco ever have the large fork and spoon sets? Yes, right there. Okay, jumping down. High SDR can be achieved with any product. I agree, Biff Boffo. You can only make enough money to make it work for you if you are doing it right. High SDRs can be treated with any product, yes. High ASP cannot. But no matter no matter what, volume trumps sell-through rate as long as the ASP is right. Right? Maybe. Both high STR model and Benny Stratton knows. Yes. I mean, but any business works that way. So sell-through rate. So now I know I'm conflating it a little bit, but sell-through rate has nothing. It's just a popularity of an item essentially, but the sell-through rate is dependent on the price. So if it depends on how the model that you're going on, if you're going on the Walmart model, is you're selling a whole bunch of them and making just a fraction on each thing, but you can still have obviously the high sell-through rate, high SP model that I pretend that we run on when we have stuff that's very desirable and worth a lot of money. Hard to find. Can't duplicate it. Can't find enough of it. Can't pile it up enough. So you have to take that into account. The myth that the STR hurts your account is just a myth. So far, I am feeling like that's true. Benny Stratton, that because we have 3 stores now, the primary store is no longer necessarily the primary store, although it is maintaining its primary store status as far as being the lead producer of money. Even though it ain't got money, it's got 300 items in it now, as opposed, and that went down from 1,600. 300 items sold 3 a day over the weekend only, which is actually low, but it's because it's no longer selling records. We're not having quite as many items, but all the items are much higher price because that's all that's in that store. So I'm not noticing any sell-through rate hurting any store. Well, yes, we are, because the one store that we just opened isn't getting any sales. But it only had its very first sale. We opened it. It actually has a limit. Another thing that happened over the weekend is we lost our limits on both of our older stores. $10 million and $50 million or something. 10 million items and $50 million. But the brand newest store that we opened it in 2019, but turned it into the first sale that we ever made was this weekend. And we cannot, at this time, do promoted listings on it. It is not an available function of this store because it's a brand new selling store. And the point of that was something else. I forget. I'm tired. It's hot. Actually, we have the doors open.
Thank you, Major Win.
What happened?
I was just gifted a membership to the channel.
What? See? This is how friends step in and help. Because we are downtrodden resellers, and Major Win has just very generously hooked our wife up with one of our memberships because we can't afford ourselves. Thank you so much. Isn't it weird, Major Win? What a a tiny little pool of people get chosen for memberships. It's the weirdest. Now James gets it. I don't understand why. I mean, I guess it's just people who really partake in the chat. If you're not in the chat, it doesn't seem like it really.
And you have to have that toggled on to accept.
And you have to have the toggling. What? You just 5 more? Come on. No. Not Tommy Bernard. I want to take that away from him. Go. Thank you so much. Tommy, use your gifted membership, damn you. I told him that he sells shoes, and sometimes there's poo on shoes, and he won't come here anymore. I even tried to tickle him with our that we applied at the Porky Pig store, and he didn't even like it.
6x6 got one.
What? Everybody got one. Cornhusker picker, 6x6, Tommy Bernard, CK postcards, and Brandy. Aloha, Brandy. Wait, Brandy was in here before. Because remember, she's a fine girl, and we sang the song to Brandy. Well, welcome back, Brandy.
That was flipping it easy, did 5 of them.
That wasn't Major Win. That was flipping it easy. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Thank you, John. Wait, hold on, I didn't hear you. We're in celebration mode right now. What'd you say?
Major Win did some, and then flipping 8.
I am so sorry. We're so used to Major Win doing it that I totally just thank you so much, John. I appreciate it. And that's why flipping is easy. Look at that. It was a little easy.
And Major Win did some too.
I know Major Win did some because we were doing that, but then I was like 5 more, and I thought I said from it. Anyway, so we're here. But not to be outdone, Major Win has gifted 1 more, and that went to Hot Wasabi on Fire for the meats. Thank you so much. Now we got to get the meats. So, I mean, we haven't had a meat. I was thinking, what's the most obnoxious thing after being in a meat drought? What's the most obnoxious thing that we could put? Well, we do. Not everyone agrees with this, but we do barbecue. I've had every form function of gas grill. Absolutely true that the gas grill is like the go-to for convenience, but we're not into convenience anymore. We're into hassle. We're into the hassle castle. Build it as high and big and moated as possible. We want to build built-in hurdles in our world, but not really. It's just that there's nothing like a charcoal burger. There's nothing like a standing rib roast that has also been charbroiled. And you have to do that, well, like in a Weber or something. You have to like take it out like probably 2 times to get 4 hours of charbroil time, maybe even more. I can't remember. It's been a long time. So I was thinking, boy, yeah. So we'll go to Costco. We'll get $40 worth of charcoal briquettes, the competition grill, little mesquite in there, pretty sweet. Then we'll get the beef. At this point, I don't even know what meat costs anymore. It's like eBay items. Changes all the time. Probably, I don't know, maybe $300. How much Biff Boffo is and they won't have a standing one. They only have those around Easter and New Year's. So it'll just have to be a rib roast, just a big ball of meat. And then put that on the barbecue, cook that, and then eat 1/10 of it because it's so much bloody meat that you just can't eat that much. So anyway, that was my dream. I had that dream yesterday on Father's Day. I'm like, I need the meats. Right, sweetie? Yeah. We could have people come over and eat the meats with us. Let me just jump back up. But thanks again to Flip It Ain't Easy. Go check out John tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern on the Flip It Ain't Easy channel for one of his 2 weekly live shows with his lovely wife, Jenna. Really appreciate that. And again, Tommy Bernard got a, he always gets those. He doesn't comment, and he still gets them. I don't know. Santa Banshee. Jack is here. Aloha, Jack. Jack has been commenting? I mean, it gets lost sometimes, but I see him there. Paul Rose, you can still use the posted eBay images to post elsewhere. Let's see. Any cool finds, Lag is asking. We did not go out this weekend due to a tremendous push for listing. So we didn't even leave this weekend, but it was actually, it looked like it was a good weekend. As we went out yesterday to our nephew's graduation party, Kimo, and that was at like 1:00 on Saturday, and so we had to drive at noon down all the roads, and it was like boing, 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 sales everywhere. So we missed out. Don't like to talk about it. That's right, Biff. Everybody's got a gas grill in their oven. It's called an oven. In their house, it's called an oven. Everybody's got a gas grill. Not everybody, they're taking them away. Did you hear, Biff, that Biden's going door to door and taking out your gas stove? I heard that. Josh says, I was in university. I added, I didn't do nobody knows how to respond. Wait, are you hiding behind the bottle, sweetie? You completely fit behind the bottle. I just wanted to make a political joke, try to ease the tensions. Yeah, I know. It wasn't good. Biff says 10 pounds for most good Costco meats. Yeah, I do I'm sorry, I didn't reach Josh's. I was in university. I added charcoal to my propane barbecue and ended up, Josh, I'm not sure. You're probably going to I'm going to need you to pump the brakes when you use fire. What's that?
Whatever PP reports, gonna need those reports this Saturday.
Oh, the P? 3 Ps in a podcast report? You're going to have to report on that. We're not cooking Brontosaurus burgers here, Josh. Uncle Josh. I thought everyone learned not to do that when they listened to the Eddie Murphy comedy record. You learned how to not make a barbecue. Because Uncle Gus just kept squirting the stuff, and now Uncle Galt blew it up. Blew up his college. Biff Buffalo says $10 for most good Costco meats. Yeah, but what about the prime rib? I only eat prime. Look at me. You don't get this kind of composition without eating prime beef stocks. I've actually lost so much flab that I can't even pinch an inch. I mean, I can pinch an inch, just not on my arm. I feel like I used to be able to do it on my arm a lot easier. Dendicor got a Blackstone. Yeah, I do like Blackstones, though. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. And of the new, I know. In fact, I think John does have a Blackstone of the new cooking inventions. I would do Blackstone. That's a pretty cool thing, because that's more like old school, like really nice grilling. Because you used, like if you're at a fair or any sort of like a thing where people go and they gather and they have festivities. Oh, a festival. If you go to festivals, that's how they cook on those grills. So you can get a nice festival sheen and crunch to your items. Don't use it for vegetables. I heard Blackstone's poison vegetables, so don't use it for vegetables. we got the facts over here. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta clear my throat again. I think we got diseased at the place. Jenna, let's see, wait. John said Jenna bought me a gravity-fed charcoal offset smoker. Finally get to infuse the charcoal flavors into my smoking. Charcoal is it takes you back, I think. So like if you go side by side gas grill and a charcoal grill, it's always going to be charcoal. Always charcoal. As far as the cancer, like I guess charcoaling is worse for you, but I don't care. And I do so if you use a gas grill, you'll notice that like the meat gets red. That doesn't happen on charcoal grill. It gets black. And that's what you want. You want that char. You want that crispy, char crisp. I'm good at it. And in fact, she doesn't even like meat, but she'll eat cow meat. She doesn't eat like cow. But she'll eat burgers that I make on the grill because they taste like the olden days. Same with, I would say, although we haven't done it in quite a while, same with chicken. So, but you don't want to cook a chicken breast on the grill. You got to do it old school. You got to do a thigh or a leg and be like, 12-year-old, a greasy little 12-year-old. And that's how you enjoy food. Let me see if I can get caught down. I'm not going to get caught up. I'm going to get caught down. I'm going crazy. I'm going goofy. But the thought of a gravity-fed charcoal offset smoker, that's what I'm talking about essentially, is because you close all the vents on the Weber and you want to make it like 300 degrees, something like something. I forget exactly what the temperature is, 325 maybe. And you keep it going for like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 hours. I don't know. But if you had that thing, you wouldn't have to keep filling it up. It has a hopper. It's hoppered. Anything with a hopper is good. That's like one of my life rules. Hoppers are good. That's why Stranger Things is good. It has a hopper. That's why our ice machine, the GE Profile ice machine, has a hopper.
Oh, Major Win. They're going to go in July on a vacay.
Where are they going?
I think
Major Win's going on a vacation. Jovial Juggler's getting meat sweats just listening. I'm just going to jump by some of the ones that are sidebars. I think I scooped something nice to flip on eBay yesterday. I'm going to... you're always catching people slipping. You scoop something nice up. Oh, right. Okay, so you bought it on eBay, not just to sell it on eBay. Well, everybody did hear my last show, although it's not up right now, so I got to go figure out why it's not up. But so maybe you didn't hear it, and I'm just going to point this out again. Go look on eBay. The buying opportunities are insane. Look up anything that you like. It just happened again. Look up anything that you like on there and sort it by price. Lowest price first. You will see the thing that, well, this just worked in my limited test. You will see the thing that you like that sold for like a ridiculously low price. In the past 90 days, the thing that you want to buy and resell, sometime in the last 90 days has sold for a ridiculously low price with free shipping. Maybe the seller even lost money on it. I kept trying it. I kept finding this to be true. So I think there's a lot of panic out there. I think there's a lot of people willing to sell for way less because I'm willing to do that. But my prices, I'm not losing money at all. So, and in fact, we even went back and I said how all of our records were 50 cents each. And we run them about $25, but they could be $20, perhaps even $15. We bought 2,000 plus records for 25 cents. And according to math, That's only 25 cents a record. Not even 50. Am I right? Thank you. Biff, what'd you get? What did you get, Biff? Never went to Top Dog in Berkeley that I can remember, but I went to Doggy Diner. No, there was I don't know if I don't think so. Berkeley wasn't my jam. I was a little bit older if I ever went to Berkeley, unless it was the Stanford game when I was a kid. Other than that, I probably never went there till I was a teenager. Yeah, Blackstones are super, super cool, Benny. They're very a great tool for cooking meats and things. But don't cook veggies on there. Den Decor Depot sacriléged his Blackstone with veggies. Actually, I know they taste really good. I'm just kidding. Veggies are great. Love veggies, especially in Vermont where they're just farm fresh. You can get them anywhere, but I bet, like, for instance, in Vegas, you got to get them from you go to a grocery store. We do here too, but you can drive 10 miles outside of town. You basically can take a pole right off a cow's udder. I mean, we have fresh milk, like not just milk right out of a cow. It's still warm. Literally, they sell warm milk. We've got eggs. We've got farm-to-table meats. We got everything just within all the vegetables you could ever want. But we also have a super horrendous winter that sucks. But other than that, Vermont's perfect. Thank you. This one. Oh, John's saying his a marijuana. Wait, Basket Noodle saying he's waiting for his marijuana pellet smoker multi-purpose. If I can ever get to fly into space, I might as well hope for the next best thing. Well, that's an interesting thing that you could actually make those little wood pellets. You could make them out of marijuana, and then you would just smoke up your house, and it would just be like constant. It would be like on Back to the Future, and they're like lithium mode on. You would just turn on cannabis mode on. That'd be interesting. John has a master built with an app controlled temperature. So you put I do have one, but it's not as good because I had an app temperature gauge. I have a digital temperature gauge thing that's it wasn't cheap. It was like $60, but it's very inconvenient. And my friend did have one that has this looks like a pointy stick, and you put it in the meats and it Bluetooths to your phone. Is that what you're saying you have? Because that's about the coolest thing that's ever been. And then you can never do your meats wrong. Your meats are always right. And you don't have to waste meats. Nobody likes to waste the meats. Major wins going to Mexico. You visit family down there. That's awesome. You mentioned that you were going down there with your piles of threadbare. That's one of your outlets for your clothing that is not up to market, is taking it down with you. Morty the What is here. Aloha. Sales couldn't have been as bad as they were the previous 2 weeks. So, yeah, congratulations to us, I guess. We're talking about going to Costco, so that tells you how our sales are. That means they're up, but they're not strong enough to go to Costco yet. But they're close. Let's see. Benny, 100%. Primo eBay arbitrage is really good right now, and if you collect anything, it's a great time to add to your collection. Do it, you guys. If there's anything, I think this could be one of my. It's the opposite side of the coin. I have to lower my prices to get them sold. So do other people. That's it. So if there's anything, I think it's probably, is it my best nugget, Bridget? Spam, whatever your name is. Is this my best nugget? I double horn that. Is it my best nugget, you think? If I have nuggets, if I'm going to press upon you a nugget, I think this is my best nugget. Okay, so do that, please. Thank you. Baskin Noodles talking about vegetables. Who here? Harbor's Hope. Aloha. Welcome. Wow, moving to a new town and house on Thursday. That is exciting. I hope it all turns out great for you and you really, really enjoy the move. It's a lot of stress to move, right? And it really is. So I'm glad that at the very least you're going to be settled. Something's settled, right? So that's awesome. Congratulations. It was you, Biff, saying Biff said he got some antique photographs, which is one of your specialities. And it was Biff saying about the $300 one. Well, we tried to go figure out who you were on eBay by your $300 proto hippie picture, but we couldn't find it. We thought we had something there. Just like Curious Collection, we thought we were onto something, but we didn't get a verification if they go to the Renaissance Fair. But I think that I'm just highly impressed with ephemera and shipping postcards, pictures, photos. Oh no, because we were looking through Josh's stuff too. So Josh is on that tip, on that photo tip. Remember, like, he's got a lot of cool photos, and we're not dialed in on that level yet, but to see the amount that some of those photographs sell for, just kind of nondescript photographs. I'm well aware of slides selling, and I have sold slides in my time, but actual photos, not so much. Have a whole bunch, maybe hundreds of Scholastic era type movies, 16 millimeter movies. Have not sold those. I mean, gonna sell those, but kind of under the understanding, similar to the way you might sell photographs, where I sell like 75 frames of it and you cut the film up and then people get that image. And for 75 frames, that usually looks pretty similar, but they'll find that one image that they really want to use or whatever. John says there are not many cows in the desert, not unless they're plugged in, right? You would definitely have to plug the cows into something to keep them going. Mike says, who needs charcoal grill when there's a Burger King? Oh wait, that's just a flavor, and they squirt it out into the air. It's not as good. They don't have the same chemtrails as McDonald's, because McDonald's they're very secret chemtrails, but you can smell Burger King coming from a mile away, and it's a good smell, but you know it's happening to you.
Curious Collections, they do the Ren Fair.
They do?
And they dress up pirates.
I knew it. I just knew it. That's so awesome. What?
People can't hear me.
Oh, right. Curious Collections just reported that they do, I actually didn't, that they do the Renaissance Fair as much as possible. Yes, we dress up pirates. That's so great. And I can imagine it. So, and with the hats, tri-corner hats, some mead type beverage. I used to go, I grew up in California. So the one that we had was in this hollow for years and years. And then I went to it as an adult. Everybody's on psychedelics. The whole place is just tripping. I never knew this, and it didn't change. But I used to go as a kid, as a young kid, and I had a totally different experience when I went as an adult. But it was the same place with the same buildings and everything. So I do have a soft spot for Renaissance fairs, but I'm not a Renaissance fair goer. But I love that little tip that you gave out in your show. So wait, let me jump. Back up here and see. Okay, there's going to Mexico. Charcoal Grills, Burger King. No cows in the desert. California definitely has the best. Well, because they have fruits and vegetables. We just have vegetables here. All fruits have to come in on a truck. We don't have an orange tree. We probably have some like everybody grows vegetables here, so that we have the what are those things called on the ground? You use old windows and you make those things. It's like a greenhouse, but they call them something. We don't do anything. We just try to hold on, and we try to still hold on the planet. We try to. A lot of you would be very annoyed if you came to live with us because we can't think a meal out 2 days. Now that could be. So we almost go to the store every day. Cold frame. Yes, that's it. Patricia knows it. Knows everything. We're very annoying. We can't think ahead. We can if we're planning a vacation or something. I think we've just gotten very into our reseller life where we're really not answerable to anybody. So although it could potentially be annoying to go to the store every day, we just still know what we want to eat. But when you go to Costco, you got to plan ahead. You got to think like 3 or 4 meats ahead. Yeah, California. Oh, I mean, there's nothing like we just had a couple of Florida, not California, Florida oranges. I love fresh squeezed OJ. But I always loved Costco back in the day, Biff, when you went in there and they had those huge machines that did the fresh squeezed orange juice for you. Before everybody was like, "Wah, I got a little bit of cooties from my OJ." So then they started boiling the OJ. But before that, they just emptied. Might as well have been bushel. In fact, I think it used to be at Draeger's, which was like kind of an Epicurean more store. They actually had bushels of oranges, and you would just put them in the top of the thing, and it would squeeze them right into your container. Not so much anymore, but it's not even the same OJ anymore now that they pasteurized it all. You put the charcoal and the wood chunks on the hopper, and the app controls the amount used. Oh, it actually feeds it auto, not just gravity, but by robotics. See, computers, is there anything they can't do? They can make our meat now. Plutes just came to the market, still waiting on tomatoes. Damn, Biff knows what he's doing with the food. I wish we had somebody here. We got a lot of chefs in our life, but nobody comes over and cooks us dinner every day. What's up with that? Pokey said if he had opposable thumbs, he would do it. But I tried to glue some on. Didn't work out. They were from a bunny. Good times. Baskin says we have a permanent camp about an hour away. We hit every weekend, 2 to 3 days during the spring, summer, fall. Good times, good people. B Nudes. Where's B Nudes is in California, right? Why can't I remember where he is now? Because Nash VT. I used to get him confused with Nash VT. Now I think I'm doing that because Nash is in LA. B Nudes is in LA too? I think so. Maybe. But most people in California don't have camps anymore. Here in Vermont, everyone has a camp because you can buy one like an hour away. Well, I don't know. Those days might be over now. But everything moving here 30 years ago, it's about 20 years behind California as far as progress. Not progressive politics, but progress. Let's see. B-Nude, that's a beautiful thing. Darth Thrifter has been able to do a good job of reminding the community to take a moment to appreciate life and rest up. Josh Goss as well. But what about me? Calm down and list some things. Don't list them. Go outside. What? How dare you, Major Win? Major Win. If there's anybody that reminded you to appreciate life and rest up. It's us who completely abandoned multiple shows last week and the week before. We went, we said, just go not do the stuff you're supposed to do. That's how we would suggest you do it. Just abandon all hope. And then remember to regain the hope. Pick up the pieces, Humpty Dumpty style. That's why I'm still here. Because we have a lot of king's men and king's horses around here. Humpty Dumpty joke. Am I right? Come on. She's, as you all can recognize, like in the last half hour of the show, she just starts curling up, taking a nap. That's how we know we're in the final run. What's it called? The home run? Horses. Home stretch. She starts curling up into the fetal position. Maybe 2 hours is just too much for us. It's, it is. I don't want you to curl up in the fetal position, so I have to do an hour and a half. Because then, now we're going to have to go to Costco.
Ro's not feeling good.
Ro, oh no, Ro. Did you get the stuff? Don't get the thing. I'll try to get down to that comment. Again, I'm back with Harbor's Hope. Just one more time to say congratulations. Hope it all goes well. Mike Gertis says there's always freaks at Costco. The $1.50 hot dog meal for those on a budget. Yes, you will die if you only eat hot dogs, but for a couple days you can survive on them on $1.50. And in Armageddon, you can also have hot dogs. All you want. The Basket Needle says, Major Win, what is recommend? It's what I recommend. Oh, this is answering a question. Oh, take a moment to appreciate life and rest up. Thank you. Basket Needle says, Major Win, it's what I recommend to people who sell. If one's just going to make a living. Gosh, I can't read. I'm done too. Hold on. I got it. If one's just living a seller's life without enjoying the freedom, they are missing life. And if that's really, besides that juicy little tidbit about buying right now, that this is the best buying I've seen in a long time, especially on eBay, the other thing is the J-Lo rule, which is that really with our lifestyle, this reseller lifestyle, what? Because you don't like her? Well, we can talk about J-Lo later, but the actual, just the saying, the J-Lo lifestyle is responding to the fact that if there's nothing else that we have, we can take care of ourselves physically and mentally. That's the one thing that we have over other full-time businesses is that we just have that time. We have that time to go to the beach. We have that time to go to the Renaissance Festival. We have that time to work out, lose weight. I've lost over 100 pounds. I am saying this. I am fishing for compliments. I have lost over 100 pounds in the past 365 days. Like almost way more than that. Like almost like 120. What's that? Look at her right there. Wait, I'm pointing towards. That's her phone. She's actually watching our show right now on her phone, taking a nap. What's that? Pokey's watching with you? You guys are having a little pokey? You guys do. You guys are gross. Your disgusting love of displays of affection. Boop, 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 boop. I see Basket Needle saying $1,600 a year for that's nothing. That's cheap. That definitely. And you have a camper. I see. With a building, bath and screen porch attached. That's awesome. One thing we were thinking about doing a long time ago, I got to hurry up actually, was buying property places. Back in 2008, my big deal was environmental hospitality. And I actually had people on, but all the rich people lost a bunch of money in 2008 because of the thing. So I didn't have investors, but right before the problem, I did have investors, but the project was real estate, basically going to Palm Springs and buying up all the houses for super cheap because they were, and then buying houses like in 10 different places around the U.S. in nice middle class neighborhoods, and then having a closed loop of, and they'd be in nice places. So like San Francisco, LA, Florida, probably Austin, Texas. I don't know, just places that were nice. And then have a closed loop of investors so that you could go to all these different places. And all the houses would be super tricked out with gadgets and electronics and everything. And really cool. Anyway, it didn't happen. What? Boom, 2. Look at this. He upped his game. He upped it to $2 from $1.99. That's a super bluey. That's what we call that. But wait, why don't I have a I do. Sorry, I couldn't see that. Can I love these? I don't think I loved it right. The gifted things don't have a love heart. Okay. Thank you, Major Win. Appreciate that. You're saying we're all done now?
And John is saying Jenna falls asleep too, so don't worry.
Yanni Yan Yan. I that was one of her earlier nicknames.
And John also said, just go with the flow. It don't set a time restriction. If it ends early or goes over, that's the way it is.
I should do that, John, but I'm trying to get through the chat, and the thing is that it takes if you go 20 minutes, I mean even 10 minutes. If you talk for 10 minutes and then try to catch up, you still can't catch up. So I want to get to the end, but then again, I also have to there's so many. Kira's Collection says lots of fun brew and smoked turkey legs. That's awesome. Wait. Harbor's Hope, aloha, thank you so much. Look, they've got the thing, Devil's Horns. Thank you so much, Harbor's Hope. Appreciate it. That's your this says it's your first super on a live stream. Well, thank you. Really appreciate that. I'm glad we were your first. I will try to go. I'll just quickly, because then we can go. I'll have to go tuck her in for her afternoon nap. I need to give her snack, her carrot sticks and cheese smear crackers. Let's see. Oh, cold frame. That's where. Jeez, I just don't. That's. Ryan's coming in at the very last second. Got carried away building a new office chair. Congratulations. That's a big deal. Let's celebrate the mundane. New office chair, no problem. I often enjoy that. Although the chairs that my chairs leave, they die. So I've got my right leg. I don't think I've mentioned that before, but this right leg goes right here. You can kind of see my belly bouncing to my right leg right now. It kills chairs. It just hammers that corner of the chair down till the chair almost usually snaps. The chairs that I can use, I usually use like a Herman Miller, some sort of a really high-end office chair. And then my friend across the street, who's a metal artist, but he welds boats and everything. So I have him put another stripe of welding on it so that it actually supports me for years and years. And then when it does break, usually if it's a Herman Miller or something, I can take it back to him. He can fix it, so that's cool. But you don't want to see, I have left a string of, I am basically Dexter to office chairs. It's true. Okay, we're going to go, but Patricia says Pennsylvania has fruit and eggs. And veggies. Yep, that's what we have up here. But not too much fruit. The fruit's very limited. I guess you can have strawberries. But obviously you don't get oranges or any citrus fruits. Yeah, tons of apples. Thank you. We actually have Apple Tree Point is just right up the road from us, and Apple Island is right up the street from us. Things like that. Biff, I should just put those films up. I've had them since 2020. I didn't see what he said. Shoot.
Oh, Ricker Crate is asking what model of Herman Miller.
Oh, right now I'm sitting on a.
Sitting as an executive.
It's called a. You can see the side of it. These are actually the purple version made for hair salons, like Vidal Sassoon, made in the 80s. So they have like this purple hue to them, the whole thing, including the metal. It's called an aluminum group chair, and this would be an executive side chair, maybe. I took the arms off, so it has arms here. The metal. And we got that locally for $40. I mean, it's like a $400 chair, but I have I've already broke it once, so it has. And my friend, I don't make my friend do like a neat job on it. He just does a bulky, keep it together forever job. So I don't think I would be able to sell this chair.
And you sell apples, Basket Noodle says.
Boom! Take that. That's right. I know. It goes. So you should have a camp basket. Yes, we should have a camp. So that was our first. I got into that whole thing. That was in 2008. We should have had these properties. Should have had all these like 10 houses around the U.S. that we could just go visit. It was a good dream. And then the second thing was buy property at the same period, 2008, 2009, chunks of property, like 60 miles outside of San Francisco. And then just build a deck with some systems in it, and then you would just pull up your fifth wheel trailer. But I never did that either. What's that? Oh, you're just saying he's a good boy? I thought you were saying I was. I got a foot massage yesterday. She gave me good foot. What? Is that weird? What's that?
I gave you good foot.
Yes. No, it was. I was outside, and it was sunny, and it was perfect, and I was trying to fall asleep, but
Jurassic mosquitoes.
there were Jurassic mosquitoes, and that ruined my foot massage. You were looking for something to ruin it. Basket Noodles is in the Finger Lakes of upstate New York. Okay, that's awesome. Upstate New York is pretty awesome. So you know exactly. Upstate New York is essentially Vermont and upstate New York are very similar. Although I would say there's probably about 50% less abandoned towns, but there are a lot of abandoned towns here too now. But upstate has so many, just like, why are there so many stores in downtowns in upstate New York abandoned? And when you go look at them, used to be, I don't know if haven't been out there in a while, but you used to look in the windows of these stores and you could see 1,000 things you wanted to buy. And sometimes we would call people and try to find the owners and stuff. But I think that's still going on up here. Do you ever look in Peekaboo, look into people's stores and see if you want to buy stuff? Okay, that's the triple yawn alarm has gone off over here. Thanks again. Okay, I'll try to get down to the bottom. Major Win, thanks again for the super chat down here at the bottom. Thank you very much for the super chat from Harbor's Hope. Really appreciate that. Now we're jumping down. Okay, so we've got locked on the bottom, and we'll say that was the first super. Then Ryan says, got carried away building that chair. Then Ryan says, aloha. Major Win says, hey, Ryan, glad to see you. Congrats on the chair. Ryan says, wives, grandmother left us some money, so we ordered new office setup. Just chairs. Thank you, Grandma Kay. That's her grandma's too, Grandma Kay. Hopefully Grandma K's are chilling upstairs now. Spam has already gone to sleep. Her face is upside down. Ryan says, got a lazy boy big and tall this time. Nice. Major Win says, aloha, Al. Is Al here? No. Aloha, Al. Appreciate you to the max. Record Crate says, which model do you have? Executive? Yes. Aluminum Group is the main. Aluminum Group chair. I forget what they call each individual because there's an executive model And that usually has like really tall, and then they have a mid model and then a smaller one. And they also make the soft pads, which use the same frame, aluminum group soft pads. But this is just an aluminum group chair. Yes, spam is, yeah, you not kidding. She is drooling, probably. Record Crate says, I find the Pollock for Noel stronger and a bit more comfy. I've broken those. I've broken a few Pollocks. So I used to have Pollocks, but the aluminum group has, it's all aluminum and steel. So the Pollocks had that like plastic base. So if you were ever to look inside, you would see that they're actually not as structurally sound as the aluminum groups. But I also, was 400 pounds and working them pretty hard. Lag, I've looked up Windows 2, Primo. I've looked in Windows 2, Primo. Watch Pokey's reaction when Primo starts the end of the show music. Yes. Okay, we made it to the end, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we're just going to pop on over here, and we're going to thank you all. 6x6 loves turtles, and we also say aloha to Miss Bella. And then we start the big show music because it's time for you all to get out there and make this the best week ever. Except for it won't be because it's summer slowdown. You know that. But a lot of you did have the best week ever, so go have that if you can. We're going to just try to hold on. I'm going to have some H2O. Pokey's down running around on the ground right now. And thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. Love to talk to you. Love to check in. We'll see you on Wednesday. 2 members-only chats this week. Have a great day. We'll see you on...
Stay perky.
We'll see you on Wednesday. Love you guys. Bye. Yeah, you said it.